We're talking SpongeBob tonight. Hope you're ready. Hey, JoJo's Anime. We're talking SpongeBob. What is the funniest SpongeBob episode? That's what you talk about. Because apparently, like, everybody loved the graveyard or Nasty Patty episode, right? Iconic episode. But, like, is that the funniest one? I have a hard time believing that, because season three top tier iconic season, but Nasty Patty, I feel like the imagination, remember the box episode where they were like imagination in the box? I feel like that episode was funnier. I don't know, something about it. JoJo's Anime said, pizza delivery, tell me I'm wrong. Oh, what season was that? Was that like season 1? The Krusty Krab pizza? Is the pizza for you and me? Boop, boop, the pizza, boop, boop, bah, bah. Yeah, that was iconic. Was it the funniest though? Was it the funniest, JoJo's? What's y'all's favorite funniest SpongeBob episode? Because I feel like, okay, the pizza one was funny, but what about chocolate? Was that funnier? I don't know. Let me know. What is the funniest one? For me, I love the flats. With the bully, y'all remember the bully episode? When he was like, Dad, what did I tell you about talking to strangers? Now he's gonna kick my butt. Out of my way. Can't you see he's gonna kick my butt? Like, what? What is the funniest episode? And maybe y'all don't know like the names of the episodes, which is fine. Like, you can describe them too. I don't know. I feel like just starting with this would be great, and then we can like shift into like general cartoons, which is fine too. JoJo's Anime said, chocolate! Yeah, the lady was a spinal cord. How crazy is that? Was she a spinal cord? Tell me I'm wrong. Was she a spinal cord, or was she like a vertebrae? I feel like she was a spinal cord, y'all. The chocolate episode. Vegeta said Magic Conch is up there for the funniest. Oh, I just saw that one the other day in my annual rewatch. Magic Conch shows top tier Vegeta. Facts. But what? I don't know. Because, okay, if we're going Magic Conch shell, best line would be what? That's when they say, like, it's going to fall out of the sky. And then we got to drop the load. That was my funniest. The Magic Conch show was solid. Magic Conch? Do you think I'll ever get married? What was your favorite line from that episode, Vegeta? JoJo's Anime said, they did that old man so bad in the bully episode. Right! Remember, they said, what did I tell you about talking to strangers? Now he's gonna kick my butt. Ah! Out of the way! Can't you see he's gonna kick my butt? I love the young people. Said, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, oh man? They did him foul. They beat him up like 2-3 times. That's elderly abuse. That's not right, y'all. That's not right. JoJo's Anime said, oh yeah. Jazz, welcome Jazz. You joined the live or just for ass. Mr. Undeed's Fortune says, it's gotta be Sandy's T-Dome when she hibernated. Oh, or Doodle Bob. Okay, which one? You gotta pick one. Because I feel like when she hibernates and then they peel her fur off, is that the one? And then Dirty Dan, I'ma get you, Pinhead, if it's the last thing I do. Remember to tap that screen so we can push the live out to more cartoon fans. We love that. Tap that like button. JoJo's Anime said, I'm sure it was just a spinal cord. Yeah, I feel like in that chocolate episode, that lady had to be a spinal cord in a wheelchair. There's no way. Like, I mean, I don't know all the fish species, but y'all know what I'm saying. That was a spinal cord, which was crazy. Because then the other lady... Anyways. Okay, Sniper Bot said, my favorite was when SpongeBob played Team Fortress 2. Wait, is that the snow episode? What season was that? Is that season 1 through 4? JoJo's Anime says, all hail the Magic Conch. Yeah, Magic Conch is top tier. Magic Conch, and the fact that Squidward was really running through that forest or the vines or whatever, thinking he's gonna escape, and he winds up right back where he was. Crash out. I could understand it, reasonably so, cause like, I gotta get out of here. And then he said, when he's like the sheriff or whoever comes to save them, and he said, a brother. It's like, me like this. Just ridiculous. Vegeta said, can I have something? Right. Can I have something to eat? No. Can I have something to eat? No. Why don't you ask me later? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one from there. Mr. Undeed says, Sandy's Treato, she hibernates, definitely Doodle Bob. Yeah, Doodle Bob was crazy. I've asked this on lives before, but how is Doodle Bob beating him up left and right just a sketch figure? Is it clicking? Because how is that possible? I feel like SpongeBob could have did some damage. And if the bully, if Flats had to punch through him, how's the Doodle Bob whacking him left and right and beating him up and maiming him? Come on, y'all. We gotta, what's happening? Robtastic, gotcha, says, what about when they had superpowers? Oh, wait, Krakatawa? Wait, Robtastic, are you talking about like when they had to, Barnacle Boy went to the other side and then he was Krakatawa and then he was the Quickster? The Quickster. Is that the episode you're talking about, Rob? Summer said, hi, you're finally live. Hi, Summer. Welcome to the live. Yes, I'm back. I think I might have one consistent day I go once a week. Would you guys want that? Let me know yay or nay if you'd want a set time I go live once a week. Because we could definitely do that. I could figure out a little schedule for once a week. Remember to tap that like button, tap the screen so they can push this out. TikTok can push it out to more cartoon lovers like us. Turtle said the missing dime. Oh, yo, Turtle, the missing dime. Is that the episode where he fired Squidward? Because he's like, 1, you stole me dime. 2, you stole me dime. He's like, I didn't steal your dime. And then Squidward's unemployed. Turtle, is that the episode? Let me know. Because that episode was so funny when Squidward was sleeping with SpongeBob. And he's like, why don't you ask someone at a job to do that job? What are you saying? Ah! And then he's pushing him back in the bed. Like, what the heck? Squidward was foul for that, y'all. He was foul. It's not you leeching off him too. And then you want him in a maid outfit and uniform. Wow. Too much. A said, for me, it's the Doodle Bob or Graveyard Shift. Ooh, those are good ones. Which one would you say is the funniest? Because Doodle Bob has its moments, right? And then Graveyard Shift, that one, that's the Hashling Slasher, right? Night. Or is that the night one? Wait, which one is that? Which one is Graveyard Shift, y'all? Night. Which one was that? Robtastic said, who is Pinhead? Patrick, I am. Sandy rips his head off or something. Nice. Scorpio said, what's up? What's your favorite? Oh gosh, the comments jumped, y'all. So if I missed it, just throw it back in the chat. Andrew said, help wanted anchovies. Which episode was that? Monea, oh, that's pretty. Monea says, campfire episode with the sea bear attack, girl. Squidward kept getting attacked. Wait, because that's one of the funniest ones. I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the funniest ones. Because if you have him saying you gotta do the sea bear circle, and Squidward's like, no, I'm not doing that. And then he keeps getting beat up and punched, and then he did do the little circle, and then he was like, maybe he just doesn't like you. That's crazy. Not you beating me up and I'm doing the sea bear circle and putting the sombrero over. Now that's not right. That's not right how they did him, y'all. Modea said they don't like crawling either. He said, okay, maybe I'll just go. Ah! Done. Dunzos. JoJo's Anime. Remember to tap that like button, tap the screen so we can push this out to more people. JoJo's Anime said, Shanghai, the crew was taken into the Flying Dutchman ship. Oh, yes, in the perfume department. When he had to jump over the perfume and then he had to carry him. That was a good one. And then he kept punishing Squidward even though Patrick and SpongeBob were saying the stuff. Yeah, iconic. That was a good one. Jay said, I can't see my forehead. Wait, which one is that, Jay? Which episode is that from? Adrian TH said, Doodle Bob episode is legendary. Honestly, yeah. But is it the funniest, Adrian? Why is it the funniest? Doodle Bob, top tier, but I feel like that one's more of a classic. I don't know if it's the funniest. What do y'all think about Doodle Bob? Jay said, I think the funniest episode was when Patrick, bad friend, left SpongeBob down at rock bottom. Oh, you mean when he's down at talking like this? That one was funny. That one admittedly was funny. Malik Black said, take it away, Petty. Oh, indoors. Yeah, come on, get into it. That was a good one. I was definitely team penny, chip, and napkin, okay? Yeah, get into it. I feel like that episode is symbolic of like the world we live in today. I mean, we're all online chronically, and then you got your three little friends, Chip, Penny, and Napkin. I mean, I don't make the rules. I'll be your napkin, okay? We could be Napkin, you Penny, you know, somebody's Chip in the chat, you know what I mean? And Jay said, it's not funny, but I was glad when Squidward finally got a win. Bubble Dome. Bubble Dome? What happened in Bubble Dome? Jay, give me a little tidbit. Jill Swan said, nuts for chocolate will always make me laugh. When he's like, chocolate! And then he was like, every day I wake up with paper bones and glass skin and I cry myself. That was honestly good marketing. Conning, I feel like, because selling the chocolate is kind of a pyramid scheme, no? Like, that's already sus. And then we go into, okay, yeah, I can reverse con you. Now we thinking. Remember, there's a TikTok trend going around about those vector knives, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Reverse psychology. Now I'm selling you the knife. Okay, that was smart. That was hilarious though when he was like, I have paper, skin, and glass bones. Cause like what? Let's see. El Capitan said the pizza delivery episode, Band Geeks, or the Squidward liking Krabby Patty's episode. I was just watching the Krabby Patty episode. Squidward was stuffing his face like a crazy person. He was like, no, and then they'll go straight to your thighs, and then you'll blow up. I remember my first Krabby Patty. Like, what? They can't be that good. Y'all remember when, I don't know how old y'all are, but when I was younger, they had actual Krabby Patties, like a candy, and they were actually disgusting. You remember what I'm talking about? They had, like, candy Krabby Patties. JoJo's Anime said, wait, you won't talk about Band Geeks? I quote that whole fight scene all the time. Yeah, no, Band Geeks was iconic. Wait a minute. Band Geeks was an iconic episode. Whoever's the white sedan you left your lights on, I think I made a brief snippet of that in a video. Yeah, that's a good episode. Now, I think Band Geeks is a classic. You know, let me break out the sheet for y'all again. I feel like it's like an A-. Like, I would give Band Geeks that iconicness, but is it hilarious? I feel like just that one part is. I don't know. What do y'all think? JV, the Anomaly said the Be the Crane episode was classic. Be the Crane. That was like 4, right? That was season 4 or 5. That was a solid episode. That was pretty good, I would say. But I can't remember except anything like Be the Crane. So is that your funniest, JV? Is that your favorite, funniest episode? Rob Tastic said, is mayonnaise an instrument? And then that's the funniest part. When Patrick gets the trumpet in his neck and he's screaming, iconic, top tier. What's another quote from that? Wasn't that when he was like, let's pretend Squidward was all those things, a fireman and da-da-da, and be a marching band. Yeah, for the firemen. Malik Black said SpongeBob when he had bad breath just for the line. Not at all, boy. Is that when he was like, Patrick was like, I used to be one of the pretty people and now I'm ugly because of the breath. I'm ugly and I'm proud. Is that the one, Malik? Sunsaber said, welcome to the Salty Splatoon. How tough are you? Okay, you get A for you, because nobody's mentioned that so far. Salty Splatoon was top tier. Welcome to the Salty Splatoon. How tough am I? And then she like, yeah, you remember that? Crazy. Remember to tap the screen, so we can push this out to more cartoon lovers. Tap that screen, guys. Yeah, Salty Splatoon was top tier though. Y'all remember Weenie Hut, the Weenie Hut Jr. and Weenie Hut General? Iconic. Oh, the chat just jumped again. So if I missed it, just throw it back in the chat, y'all. Simon said, it's not a rock. It's not a rock. It's a boulder. No, wait, it's not a boulder. It's a rock. A rock. DJ Banshee, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. I wish I had one of those, like, you know, those streamers do. I've been obsessed with the Streamer University, guys. I've been just, like, watching all the clips. And, like, you know how they press the button on stream and it plays those sound effects? I would play that sound effect right now, DJ Banshee. Like, do-do-do-do. Yeah. Okay, let me check the chat. Robtastic said, Patrick, I think I'll eat it now. Patrick, I think I'll eat it now. He said, which one of you flatfoot stole my lollipop? Patrick was a menace. Patrick was a menace with that balloon episode. Cause like, what? What do you mean? You can't be that. I'll be quiet. Anyways, Deshaun said, I said no pickles. Is that Bubble Bass? Yeah. Yaki2X said, Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. Pizza, 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 yeah. Yeah, no, that was a good one. I feel like that was a classic though. I can't say the Krusty Krab pizza was the funniest episode. The funniest is crazy. I know, that's high praise, you know? Jesse said, my favorite is with it gets Train blindfolded. Wait, when is Train blindfolded? What season? Give me a season, Jesse. Damon Husky says the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is the best. You know, I've been through a lot in the past 6 days, 5 minutes, 27 and a half seconds. And if I've learned anything during that time, it's that you are who you are. And no amount of mermaid magic or managerial promotion or some other third thing can make me anything more than what I really am inside. A kid. All right, Neptune, but that's okay. Because I did what everyone said a kid couldn't do. I made it to Shell City and I beat the Cyclops and I rolled to Hasselhoff and I brought the crown back. So yeah, I'm a kid and I'm also a goofball and a ring nut and a knucklehead McSpazatron. But most of all, I want the scallop. I'm a goofy goop. Come on, get into it. Do y'all remember that? What's happening? What's happening, y'all? That was an iconic one. Absolutely iconic. King Artemis said, there we go. Y'all got it in the chat. There we go. I'm a goofy goober. Nice. Oh, my. Come on, get into it. JV said, at least until she needs to breathe. King Artemis said, Patrick, it jumped again. And Damon, thank you. Damon said that was awesome. You know, I know my SpongeBob. Next time we're going to go back to Cartoon versus Nickelodeon though, because I do want to get back to that. That was a fun live that time. Throwing all the shows in there. But yeah, thanks. Deshaun said the episode where SpongeBob has bad breath is pretty funny. Yeah. Say it, Sponge, like a man. I'm ugly and I'm proud. And Patrick's, the line he says, he's like, I used to be one of the pretty people. Oh, did you? Bray said, mine is Graveyard Shift. Okay, wait, because somebody else said Graveyard Shift. So, like, is that the one? Can somebody confirm while the chat is live? Is Graveyard Shift the one where it's the night? Or is that the one with the hashling and slasher? I can't remember. Amanda said just one bite episode. Oh yeah, Squidward overeating, obsessed with Krabby Patties. Yeah, he needed some help. He needed an intervention. We needed Squidward to, yeah, y'all know what I mean. Bray, it's the second option. King Artemis, both. Oh, it's the same episode? Yes, both. Oh man, thank y'all. Look, we're here. We're here tonight. Yes. Night. Okay, JoJo's Anime said, oh, the very first Christmas in Bikini Bottom. Oh, I watch that every Christmas. I actually love the Christmas in Bikini Bottom episode. And I sing the song every year. It's shaping up to be a wonderful holiday, not your normal every. Yeah, iconic, and one of the best songs from SpongeBob, arguably. Otaku says selling chocolate. The chocolate episode was top tier. If we're being real, it's definitely an A episode. I love the chocolate episode. Facts. Muffin said the chat jumped again, y'all, so just throw it in the chat if I don't see it. Also, remember to tap that screen, tap that like button so we can push TikTok and push it out to more cartoon lovers. King Artemis said, wait, I hear Phineas and Ferb. Oh, yes. Come on. You know how they do. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. Yeah, iconic. Muffin said the Band Geeks episode. Yeah. I feel like for Band Geeks, because everybody says Band Geeks, is the song the most iconic part of the Band Geeks episode where, free victory, yeah? Or is it the actual episode that's so funny? Because I feel like it's a classic. Like I said, hey, listen, hey, hey, I'm here for you. But I'm just saying. What do y'all think? Sean says, I think Sandy making her biome. Ooh, it jumped. Biome like Texas was hilarious. Which episode was that, Sean? Wait. Give me another little tidbit. Making her biome like Texas. What happened in that? It's Rockmar says when he gave Squidward the bowl of alphabet soup and it said, get a job. Diabolical, but also get a job. Like that episode, Squidward, because it's like, and the funniest part of that episode is when he was like, what happened to your paintings? Nobody would buy them, so I had to eat them. Like SpongeBob is so funny because it's so stupid. It's so nonsensical. Like, nothing makes sense. That's the hilarious part. Terrell Martin said Tattletale Strangler versus Hash-Slinging Slasher. Yo, Tattletale Strangler is actually my favorite episode of SpongeBob ever. So that's you coming in hot, Terrell. We've been waiting on you, and now you're coming in hot. Whoa, wait a minute. Take a second. Let's pause. Okay, that's a good question. I feel like I'm gonna always say Tattletale Strangler because I just like there's cleats stuck in my cornea. You can't beat that. That's crazy. Cleats in your cornea, come on. But then I don't know, Hash-Slinging Slasher, that one was funny. The lights will flicker on and off, and Nosferatu. What do y'all think? Hash-Slinging Slasher or Nosferatu? I don't know. To Speedy the Drawing said SpongeBob versus the big one. Which one is that? Which one is that, Speedy? Because y'all keep mentioning that training episode with more power. And I looked and I do know what that episode is, but I actually need to rewatch the whole thing to catch the jokes. Because that's one like that came on and I probably turned the channel every so often when I was younger. But yeah. The Smiley guy said long before time had a name. The first Spinjitzu master created Ninjago using 4 elemental weapons. That's on my playlist. Ninjago is on this playlist. Deshaun said Squidward tortellini. Is that the one where he with the Gary and then he gets a prize purebred snail? Is that the one, Deshaun? Brian said, aside from Band Geeks, I enjoyed the episode where SpongeBob meets Patrick's parents. Yo, Brian, I just seen that 2 days ago. Iconic episode. I was cracking up. He was like, I'm not stupid. SpongeBob coming back to the parents. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm actually quite smart. And his parents are just like, wow, son, you taught him how to speak in complete sentences in the kitchen? I'm impressed. It's like, wait. He's like, no, I can do math. I can sing. You taught him how to sing too, son? And then at the end, he was like, who are you people? Marty, I'm scared. Just stupid. Cyrus said, I got this one. When Plankton roasted a whole family. Oh, yo, okay. In the last live days ago, or whenever I was last live, they kept saying Plankton. Whenever they would say Plankton, they would reference this episode. When is this episode? Because I feel like this can't be OG seasons 1 through 4. It just can't be. Let me know, Cyrus. When is that? Muffin said the episode when Gary ran away. Gary, come home. Gary, can't you see I went wrong? I'll do anything to change your mind. Come on, wait a minute. You done started something. Muffin. I need to know. I need that song to play. Dang, I can't even find it right now. But iconic song. Oh wait. Muffin, this is for you. Muffin. Wait a minute, chat. Wait a minute. Come on, y'all. What y'all know about this? And see, SpongeBob has soul. SpongeBob had flair. That's the problem. That's what these shows are missing. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry I neglected you. Oh, I never expected you to run away and leave me feeling this empty. You're me out right now.
Come on, y'all. What?
Please come home.
Y'all missing? Scorpio said it's the best day ever is the best song. Whoa. Scorpio, wait a minute. Hold on, pump the brakes. The best song from SpongeBob is Best Day Ever. You know what? It's for you, Scorpio. Best Day Ever, or Gary Come Home. I just caught that. Jesse said, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I love the young people. Iconic episode. Terrell said, best day ever. Best day ever? King Artemis said, hold up. Best song in SpongeBob is Rip Pants? Wait a minute. Let me turn this down. Rip Pants? That was a good song. I feel like that was a good song. That was like the poster song when SpongeBob first came out. So I'm gonna let you have that. Speedy the Drawing said truth or square. Speedy, give me a little bit more. Speedy, I see all the truth or squares, but give me a little bit more. What happened in the episode? F. Zamora said Squidward's Boys Don't Cry cover. When he was, shaking his, yeah. That was funny. Which episode was that? That was when Pearl turned 16, right? Right, F. Zamora? JoJo's anime. Oh, the campfire song. JoJo said the campfire song. Let's gather around the campfire and sing that campfire song. RCAMP on fire. And we missed the fun song too. F is friends who do stuff together. We missed that one too, y'all. F Zamora said Pearl's birthday party episode. Yeah. Gotcha. We're here. That was a good one. It's all about you, girl. On your 16th birthday, pay attention to you, girl. Everyone has to do just what you say. Yeah. That was a good one. Arturo said Sweet Victory is my favorite song. Yeah, that's a good one. But is it funny? I feel like the song is more iconic classic than the actual funniness of the episode. But let me know. Machiavelli says Sailor Mouth. Yeah, when they were the dolphin sounds. The only thing I remember from that episode is them cursing in the dolphin sounds. So what happened? Speedy the Drawing said Scaredy Pants is so fun. Mr. Banks said Shanghai is top 2 and it ain't 2. Wait, the Flying Dutchman episode is 2 and it ain't 2. What do you mean it ain't 2? Deshaun said when they got sent to rock bottom, that episode was top tier. Oh yeah, hey, don't come over here. Yeah. That one was funny. That one it was very unique. Cyrus said, I got one question for everyone in here. What's up, Cyrus? Muffin said, you are definitely good vibes. Thank you, Muffin. Thank you. I'm so glad you said that. Welcome. I'm glad. Hopefully you guys are all comfortable. We're here talking cartoons. Last time we were talking about SpongeBob, and then the time before that we were talking about Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, and then the time before that we were talking about Adventure Time versus regular show. So like everything cartoons. I love cartoons, if you can't tell, and I'm glad you're here. Brian said, where are you from, Kris? I am from the South, if you can't tell. Cyrus said, I'm assuming, I see your 25 comment. Yeah, what's funnier than 24? 25. Yeah. Ink said, every episode where Patrick is rage baiting, remember? Oh no, it skipped. Scorpio said, regular show is up there. Regular show is iconic. I know they were like one live. I was like regular show versus Adventure Time, and they were like Adventure Time, and I had a bunch of Adventure Time stands in there, and I was in enemy territory, and I needed y'all. Where were y'all at? Where were y'all at when I needed you? Regular show versus Adventure Time should be no contest. But okay, Ink said, remember the whole "it's not my wallet" scene? What happened? Give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more. Just a little bit more. JoJo's Anime says, wait, dang, it skipped. Muffin said, my son watched these shows, I didn't. That's fine, Muffin. Give me one you watched. We're here. It's something. Any cartoon. Brum says, don't be the crane. The crane episode was a good one. Venti says, educational television. Oh no. King Artemis said, Billy and Mandy were my Mordecai and Rigby. Aw, nice. That's fair. That's a good one. Billy was hilarious to me because he would, like, nothing he did was logical. Like, picking his brain through his nose, diabolical. What are you doing? But it would crack me up. And then Mandy would just be, yeah, they were crazy. They were a good duo. I could see that comparison, generation-wise. My Sponge You Doodle says my favorite episode was Frankendoodle. Give me a little tidbit. What was Frankendoodle? Super Random said when Patrick denied it was his wallet with Man Ray. Oh, I see. You know what, y'all? Hot take. But I actually did not like the Barnacle Boy Man Ray episode. I know that's a hot take because when I talk to SpongeBob fans, they're like, what the heck? I don't know. It was something about him. Yeah. I couldn't get into. I like the Dirty Bubble was cool, but I know Super Random said, oh wow, LOL. No, wait, come back. Come on. We still, yeah. Me Sponge You Doodle said the Doodle Bob episode. Yeah, iconic episode. Doodle Bob for sure. Iconic episode. But like I said, I feel like Doodle Bob is a classic.
Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. R-C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E.
This was for whoever said that campfire song. The universe heard you. Curveball. Super Random said that was epic. Superb. Yeah, this must be the Magic Conch. Magic Conch show was hilarious. I do love the Magic Conch episode. My Leg. And then we know he's Fred. Somebody in the chat said his name. The My Leg guy is Fred. There was a bunch of people that said that. King Crunch said Strangler episode. I bought the box set just for it. The Tattletale Strangler. My people. That's my favorite episode ever from SpongeBob was the Tattletale Strangler. King Crunch, you get me. You get it. Because I feel like why would he say you have your cleats stuck in my corneas? That's crazy. That's crazy sauce. And then he was like, bodyguard. I'm not your bodyguard. I'm the Strangler. See? David Husky said, no SpongeBob Day. Sober Surfer said Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day? What episode was that? Brum said, who knew this guy's cousin? Wait a minute, y'all. I need a little bit more context. What is happening? Muffin said, I'm currently watching SP. That's hilarious. Wait, SP? Y'all confusing me. Wait. Elaborate, y'all. Mr. Banks said, did somebody say boom? Did somebody say boom? Yeah. I know what that one is. Yeah. The only word he says chocolate with nuts is go. Yeah. The chocolate episode with the spinal cord takes me out. One look at the spinal cord and then the guy with the glass skin scamming. I mean, yeah, that was an iconic episode for sure. Super Random said the Bubble Bowl concert. The Bubble Bowl, isn't that the one with the Band Geeks, right? Isn't that Band Geeks, y'all? Bubble Bowl is Band Geeks. King Crunch said, sorry, nobody can touch my SpongeBob love. Facts. Oh no, it skipped. Brum said, Gary, you are going to finish your dessert and you are gonna like it. Ligma said, bro. Oh no, it's jumped. Ligma said, bro, Squidward staying with SpongeBob after he gets fired. Yes, we talked about that a minute ago. Yes, that's a good one. Ligma. Because he was like, I need you to get a job. And Squidward's like, I don't like this channel. I said, okay, we'll try something else. That was a good one. Squidward was a mooch. Remember to tap that like button, tap the screen so TikTok can push us out to more people. Mr. Banks said when Squidward gets all jealous. Give me a little bit more, Mr. Banks. Terrell at Ligma. Yes, I love it. You guys are talking to each other. JoJo's Anime said, a stove is a stove no matter where you go. A grill is a grill. Yeah, that was a good one. When betting SpongeBob to Plankton is diabolical though. Like, you didn't bet money, you bet your employee with the secret formula. What kind of boss? I'm telling you, Mr. Krabs went in that stuff. Mr. Krabs was on some underground shady business. He wasn't no normal boss working owning the Krusty Krab. He had ties, if you know what I mean. That was Mr. Krabs. Top Knot Gorilla said, what did you do to my drink? That's not the Diet Dr. Kelp. That's, what episode is that? Terrell Martin said, yeah, he sold yeah, because why would he do that? That's crazy. That was your best employee. King Artemis said, I defy you, Heartman. Which episode is that? Y'all are dropping gems, though. I feel like your mama said the episode where SpongeBob got lost in the deep, deep sea. What season is that? I feel like these might be new seasons, yeah. Muffin said, when he put Pat and SpongeBob in the well. What season is that, Muffin? Because I feel like that might be a newer one. Y'all are gagging me. I stopped after like season 4 or 5. Oopsies. Let me know. Terrell said it's the episode where SpongeBob pranked the guy by putting an ice cube instead of 2. Yeah, this must be a newer season. This must be a little bit newer. Mr. Banks said when SpongeBob spawns in with a coffin and tells Squidward, okay, get in. Y'all, I'm assuming these are season 6. This must be season 6 or 7. Maybe 8, 9. Maybe. Yeah. Me Sponge You Doodle says Bubbles the dolphin is my fave. Oh no, it skipped. Scorpio said panty raid. Oh, the panty raid! And then this is grandma's. What were you thinking? Like, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Krabs was shady. He was in this. I wouldn't trust them. Antisocial said, what's funnier than 24? We know this, guys. JoJo's Anime said, okay, let's set the standard. Everything up in the first movie was everything up to the first movie was peak. Yeah. Seasons 1 through 4, top tier. You can't beat those. Those were the peak SpongeBob seasons. Season 5, that's, after that, it starts to get a little hazy. Starts to get a little spooky, Terrell said, ma'am, you gotta watch all of SpongeBob. They be having some random good episodes after season 4. Do they? Terrell, okay, is SpongeBob still good to this day? Can you actually say it's funny to this day? Because Terrell, that's bold. That's bold praise right there. I don't know. Y'all tell me if you still watch SpongeBob. King Artemis said SpongeBob gaslighting Squidward with a piece of paper. Is that a new episode? Ligma said SpongeBob is funny, bro. Still to this day is funny? I'm screaming. Mina Bobina said Sunday. When Patrick was, the breath. Yeah, there was, I'm ugly and I'm proud. Scorpio said it's steel, no pickles. Top Knot Gorilla said to the invisible boatmobile, away! Yeah. Creole Light said imagination episode. I watched that one today. I still love that episode so much. That has to be top 5. Imagination. Just know that's up there. Because I feel like Townsville Strangler is my number 1. Imagination episode is somewhere. Like with the box. That's that one, y'all. Okay, let's see. Khalil said 50-50 because some of the new episodes out the blue will catch a laugh out of me. Really? See now, y'all are kind of persuading me. At least try one. At least try 1 or 2. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift. Appreciate it. Welcome to the live. Muffin said the secret box episode. Oh yeah, the secret box. That was a good one. He has a picture of me at the Christmas party. And I think we know what that picture would look like, yeah. F. Zamora said anchovies. Yeah. Terrell said, did anyone ever watch the Patrick show that came out a few years back? Did y'all watch the Patrick show? Because, like, y'all know I stopped. I stopped after about season 5. Because it got a little, you know what? It got lighter. SpongeBob used to be, like, regular colors. And then it got lighter. and then things started to change, and I think that's why I just like dropped off. But yeah, did y'all watch the Patrick episode or Patrick show? Was that good? Is that still on? I feel like it got cut off. King Artemis said when Plankton dated Mr. Krabs' mom. When Plankton dated Mr. Krabs' mom. What season is that? I feel like that I've seen that. Unholy said Doodle Bob is my top SpongeBob episode. Yes, Doodle Bob is a classic. Is it funny though? Is that your funniest one? Because it's a classic for sure. Ligma said oh no, it's going too fast. This is the thanks I get for working overtime. Overtime! Yeah, that's a good one. D.G says chocolate. Chocolate! I'm telling you, the spinal cord lady is top tier. She kind of carries the whole episode. She kind of carries. Because why is she a spinal cord with eyes? And isn't she blind? That's funny. That's peak comedy right there. Come on, yeah. Remember to tap that screen, tap that screen. Let's get to 2,000 likes. Tap that screen, tap that screen. I love the energy tonight, guys. Mr. Banks said, I cannot believe what I am hearing. How can you hear it? You don't have any ears either. What episode was that? Because I remember the quote. Top Knot Gorilla said spiders, Patrick sleeping. Which episode is that? JoJo's Anime said, why does it take so many squirrels to change a light bulb? Because they're so dang stupid. I feel like that one was a good one. I don't know if I'd rank it high. What do y'all think? I feel like the stupid squirrel jokes. If I had to rate it, that episode probably get a BC. Like it was good, but in relation to all of them, I don't know. What y'all think? D.G says Sandy, I wanna go ho. I wish I was back in Texas. I miss those wide open smiles. Yeah, that was a good one. 1-800-CALL Rich said, this is such a hard question. DG's laughing. Yes. Was Sandy your favorite? But 1-800, this is a hard question. You say the campfire song. That was the funniest episode to you? Nobody's mentioned the F is for friend song. That's kind of rushed over. Nicholas said, I said firmly grasp it. And then he's like bandaged and they like puncture it. That's crazy. User 59 said, I like it when Squidward like the Krabby Patty. When he blew up like a balloon, was eating them in secret, eating them out of the trash can like a raccoon. That's how you know you addicted to something. You sniffing bath salts, eating Krabby Patties out of the bottom. Like, what? Crazy. What are we doing here, y'all? Get some help. 1-800-CALL Reach said, I'm the real dirty dad. No, I'm the real dirty dad. Top Knot Gorilla said that was an oval. It has to be a circle. Move over. Yeah, that was the Sea Bear episode. I gotta rewatch that one because I feel like it's so funny. But I need my quotes. I need more quotes from that episode because it was so funny. Brum583 said, I need it. Muffin said when Sandy bet them to go on land. Oh yeah. And then the birds started eating them, the seagulls and stuff. Yeah, take that. Sandy wasn't my favorite, but I respect Sandy. Yeah. Scorpio said, tis, tis, open sesame. Oh, yeah. Open sesame. That is not how you open a door, sir. Top Knot Gorilla said, oh, no, it skipped again. JoJo's Anime says, when Squilliam came to visit Squid's 5-star restaurant. Oh, yeah. All I know is fine dining and breathing. What's his name? Come on, we got to get a file on the name. Just stupid. I literally watch SpongeBob like in my free time when I'm not working on my book. Because I'll be writing like most of the day working on my book. But then like when I need a break from the murder mystery, because it's a comedy. If y'all don't know, I'm writing a comedy murder mystery. So like I need all of the funny cartoons. Like that's my humor. I love cartoons. So like that type of humor, that's in my book. If you like that, that's in the book. That's literally what I'm writing. So when I get a break, I just watch like SpongeBob or I'll watch Regular Show. If you're true to my page, you know I love me some Regular Show. And if you're new, just know that Regular Show is iconic to me. But yeah, humor like that, I love it. So like watching SpongeBob, it rejuvenates me. Brum583 said Krabby on Mondays. Oh, that's what episode is that? Krabby on Mondays. Give me a little bit more, Brum. H Broad said dolphin noise cursing. Oh yeah, yeah, that was a good one. JT said I wumbo, you wumbo, he, she, wumbo, the wumbology, the study of wumbo. Oh, the wumbology, the study of wumbo. That's what kills me when he says the study of wumbology. This is first grade, SpongeBob. Like what? Just nonsense. JoJo's anime said, how do you feel about Patchy the Pirate? Okay, JoJo, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like the Patchy the Pirate stuff. I truly, like, it was cool, but I skipped those parts with Patchy the Pirate, if I'm gonna be honest. Did y'all like Patchy the Pirate? Did you like Patchy the Pirate, JoJo? Jake said the Valentine's Day episode. Which episode is that? I feel like I'm missing something. A lot of people have said that one. I just don't have the memory. What happened in the Valentine's Day episode? Top Knot Gorilla said, stop on your right foot. Don't forget it. And then you do this. Ah! Teaching Squidward how to blow a bubble, I believe. Paisley by Noel said, Alaskan bullworm. And then he was like, say it, Sandy, or I'll trip you. Admit it. SpongeBob was diabolical because she would have been ate right up. As much as Sandy thinks she's tough, this, that, and the third, she would have been ate right up by that bullworm. Okay. Scorpio said, who remembers the jellyfish party? Yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, okay, let me read the chat again. Nicholas said, it's not just a boulder, it's a rock. Yeah. Mooney says, and did you write all over me first dollar with crayon? Oh, that's a good one. Nobody said that yet, Mooney. Good. Nice. Good noodle. They had to paint Mr. Krabs's, like inside his house or something, and then the paint was everywhere. Yeah, that was that episode. That was a good one. I can't think of a quote from that one, though. Brum said, may I take your hat, sir? Cash said, I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I need it. Smark says, no, I'm Dirty Dan. Muffin, when SpongeBob's house shrank and he had to go live with his parents. Yeah, I remember that. The nematodes, right? I think it was the nematodes. Blue Prism said, one of the funniest is it's coral. Blue number. Which one is that? Is that the lipstick? The coral lipstick? Blue number? I feel like that's the distant memory. Waffle Wizard said dying for pie is goated. Oh, that one was hilarious. I'd give that one an A+. That is funny. He said, the way I see it, he's got less than 24 hours. He's gonna blow up. It's gonna go down his intestine or something. And yeah, that was crazy. He said 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think we're early. Let's count again. For SpongeBob to blow up. Like, what the heck? Daniel said, no matter what live I'm in, I'm always ignored. Oh no, what did you say? Let's see. Blue Prism said, yep. F. Zamora said, Squidville episode where squids have their own town. Oh yeah. And Squid was like, oh, this is so boring. Now he wants SpongeBob and Patrick back. He was like, oh, this is so boring. Now he wants SpongeBob and Patrick back. Yeah. That was a good one. JT says when they bought Mr. Krabs, when they thought he was a robot because he was trying to request the song on the radio. Beep boop bop, beep boop beep, beep boop bop boop bop. You have to ask him a question, SpongeBob. When he slapped him, he said, okay, who's the real Mr. Krabs? Or something like that. That was funny. Okay, you jumped down. JT said classic. Blue Prism said down here in the deep. Yeah, down here in the deep blue sea. F by Noel singing the F is for Friends song. Mooney's me yoy yoy me yoy 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 yoy. Yes. Smark Sykes says I'm ugly and I'm proud. Oh, we hit 2,000 likes. Nice. I just noticed. Thanks, guys. We're doing so great tonight. I am gonna be going in just a little bit because it's almost midnight. But yeah, I don't know if this time works for you guys. I want to go live earlier, like 8-ish, to like really kind of talk about like just more writing stuff or more just cartoons in general. But yeah, let me know when y'all are online. I feel like, I don't know, I just go on so late all the time, which is crazy. Oh, thank you, Paisley, for sharing the live. Yes, I love it. Anime King said, my leg. Wait, Anime King Ricky, I feel like I recognize you. Were you following me on my original comedy Instagram? How crazy is that? Wow, I'd be so impressed. JoJo's Anime said, this time works for me perfectly. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go early. I'm gonna go live early. And then it'd be 11 o'clock and I'm on at 11 o'clock. And I said I was gonna get on early. Yeah, I don't know. I like this time for me, but I will try like lunchtime too. Anime King Ricky said, yep. Oh, wow. I appreciate you for supporting me over the years. That's crazy. I've been on here. Yeah, I've been on social media for a minute. Slaughter Pack Mogi said, it's got to be the campfire song. Nice. Yeah, the campfire song is iconic. Yuck Nasty's Garage said, are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Art thou feeling it now? Ricky said, longtime follower, definitely got to catch up. Yeah, that's crazy. I really appreciate it. F. Zamora said, the episode where SpongeBob was a comedian and Sandy didn't like his jokes. Oh yeah, the stupid squirrel jokes. Yeah. Was that funny though? That was the funniest to you? Nene said, just know I'm in the United States. Muffin said, put the money in the bag. Put it in. Sir, will that be checkings or savings? Checkings. SpongeBob is stupid. Brum said, twinkle, twinkle, Patrick Star. Mooney Williams said, SpongeBob, Miss Puff needs a new pair of shoes. Oh yeah, bye, spin. You spending all me money, but you told me to. Said, oh, rag'em frag'em, Mr. Krabs, zippy spit, Mr. Krabs, wallet. Yeah, JoJo's Anime said, Grandma's Kisses. Oh yeah, that was a solid episode. Paisley said, SpongeBob, why? Except the robot song, why? Except the robot song. I love it so much. Oh, thank you for the gift, Anime King. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Christian said, did you draw me first dollar in green crayon? You know, I thought he'd buy it. Yeah. That was the one where SpongeBob and Patrick went to paint inside Mr. Krabs' house. Benjamin said, band geeks. I love it. All right, guys, I do need to go. Sydney said, I'm ugly and I'm proud. Yes, Sydney. Yes, that was a good one. We're here, Sydney. Yes. When Patrick's like, I used to be one of the pretty people. Anyways, JoJo's Anime said, this was fun, thank you. Yes, all things cartoons. I love like fun stuff. Oh, the Anime King, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. All things cartoons. I've grown up on anime, so like I love anime, but I just don't watch the new stuff, so I wouldn't come on live talking about anime, if that makes sense. But when we do our general cartoon, like Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, it always kind of like segues and creeps into that territory, you know? So, yeah, catch me on the next live. Speedy's like, don't go. I'll be on again. Turn the notifications on. Let me know when I go live, Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, because that'll probably be the next live. But yeah. Reginald said, is mayonnaise an instrument? Linkovich said, evil. Christian, who has the Krabby Patty at 3 a.m.? Oh boy, damn. Yeah. And then my next live might be like me talking about writing. So it might not be cartoon related, but at night it's usually cartoon related because we get into it. But yeah, Anime King said, definitely will. Speedy said, I need my... Bye guys, have a good night. Okay, have a good night. Next time I'll probably come on talking about my Muffin said I'm coming back. Yes, perfect. Muffin, yes, definitely come back. We need more girls, to be honest. Oh, Anime King, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. But yes, we need more girls for sure. Muffin, thank you for the rose. I always love when girls come on. Like I love everybody. I love everybody. But I am a girl's girl. I like my girls. So yeah, just seeing more like fellow girl nerds like me. I love it so much. But yeah, I will let you guys go. I'll see you in the next live. I probably will be talking about my writing or my comedy murder mystery in some way. I have posted 2 new videos, so make sure you go check those out and comment on those, okay? Show me some love. Let me get some comments, some engagement, some support so TikTok can push it out. But yeah, and the SpongeBob video is actually doing really well, y'all. It's still turning numbers, which I love. So yes, more community for us, more cartoon lovers, which is great. But yeah, Mooney Williams, so long. I want to go Rocky Rock with Grandma. Wait, I didn't tell you my favorite episode. Tell me in the next live, Speedy. All right, guys, bye. It was so much fun.